suitcase to pack. Zip bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind? One scale and a suitcase to pack. Zip bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Thursday, December 4th. Well, hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. I actually sound sort of like a real person today, mostly. So it's been a busy day. How's your day been going? Mine was just crazy busy. It's Monday. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking it's Monday. It's Thursday already. I don't know what's going on. Look. Lack of oxygen. Yeah, definitely. I do feel a lot better. I'm on day 3 of antibiotics. So that has been helping. Um, I must have just picked up a infection. So maybe not like a virus that would go away quickly, but yeah, so just some type of infection. And I'm really trying to get my iPad to stop bouncing, but it's on my desk and my desk is really bouncy. And I lost my mouse. I don't know. I have like a Bluetooth mouse that I use for my iPad, and I was going to take it on the cruise. And then I'm like, no, I don't really need a mouse on the cruise. I'll be fine. I'm just going to use my phone anyways. And so I set it down somewhere in my house, and ADHD brain has completely lost it. Well, hello, JC Calamity Jane. I was just watching your chickens bounce around. They are so freaking cute, but yeah, they do make such a mess. That's the only downside, right? Like animals, living things come with uh, living thing waste. So input and output, unfortunately, for everything. I remember getting a baby doll as a kid, actually. She was really cute, but it was one that you fed it water in a bottle and then it would actually wet a diaper. So it came with diapers and then the water would go through the baby and you'd have to change the diapers. Oh, it was so funny. Well, greetings, Yvette. Nice to see you. Um, Yeah, and the chickens, they're fun. It's ridiculous, and it gets worse as they get older. Yeah, totally. And Grace, so you got sick after your cruise too? I actually got sick on day 2. So not only did I get a severely sore throat, but then I also got cover your ears if you're sensitive. I got really bad diarrhea the entire cruise, which is not normally like me. I didn't have any really upset stomach. I didn't have any nausea or vomiting. It was just, oh my gosh, it was just so bad. I thought I was gonna die. I was trying to enjoy myself and be upbeat and try and enjoy the cruise, but oh my God, I thought I was gonna die. Um, let's see. Seriously, I wish they had digestive system. Yeah, yeah. Just with the gizzard that, but then we'd have to eat rocks, right? I don't think I want to eat rocks. Oh, hey there, Candace. Nice to see you. Yeah, I do am sounding quite a bit better. I just had like all this congestion in my lungs that was really keeping me from talking properly. But it's been a pretty decent week. I did go to the doctor Monday because I was turning a little blue and I didn't think that was quite right. Actually, no, I went Tuesday morning. I made an appointment Monday after I was turning blue, and so I started antibiotics Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday I've taken them, and I can definitely feel the congestion really fading, and my coughing has really stopped a lot. And my stomach is better, which is great now that I'm back eating my boring food. Uh, I mean, I guess it's not boring because I really like it, but you know. Okay, so it is Thursday, and so two things I wanted to talk about today would be uh, brain, Amy, weigh in. Uh, so weigh in for shot. I didn't write it down. I think it's shot 41. I have it on my slide. I'll show you guys on my slide. I can't rely on my brain quite yet. But so my it'll be so I did a shot on the cruise, was on the cruise a whole week, came back and then had Thanksgiving and didn't do an official weigh-in on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Or maybe no, it was my first official weigh-in the Saturday after Thanksgiving, because today is the 4th, and that was just this past Saturday. Oh my gosh. I need an oxygen container. But yeah, I'll show you guys that, and it was really great. Pretty fantabulous. And for those of you who like to cruise, I am so over the moon today, and I don't really have that anybody to tell out of my friends because none of them cruise, none of them care, and they think I'm a crazy lady when it comes to all my travel and stuff. But I submitted a casino offer that I had booked through Royal Caribbean, and I submitted it to Virgin, and they gave me a 7-night cruise on a balcony in February, for just the taxes. So $280. I got 7 nights in a balcony room on the Resilient Lady. So, oh, thank you, Grace. Yes, because you like cruising too. I know Calamity Jane likes cruising and Candace loves cruising. But I was so over the moon. I don't know what it was. I just felt like I had a really good day today. Um, yeah, so if you did play in the casino at all, you can submit to Virgin. So what I did was I screenshotted my points level and points account number with Royal Caribbean, and I screenshotted like the offer that I was booking, and then I included also the booking that I booked with Royal Caribbean. And then I put that in one PDF. I used Canva because I don't have Adobe. So I used Canva to put it all in one PDF and I attached it. If you Google, there is a link on the internet for Virgin's website to submit it. And you just, the first time I did it, I got denied because I only submitted the booking form. I didn't submit my screenshot of the offer or my account number. So, you know what? If I can remember, I will try and put a link to that in the description after the live stream finishes. So that way, if anybody wants to click on that link and see about trying to get a casino offer with Virgin using one of their other ones, or using another casino offer from somebody else. So I thought that was great. I'm ecstatic. They're not forcing me to take a second person at this point that I know of, or pay for a second person. It didn't come in that way, even though the terms said that. Um, so I guess I'll have to see. It may be a Hail Mary if I get to like uh January and they say, "Oh no, you have to bring somebody with you." So I may have to be putting out bids to see who wants to go on a Virgin cruise. Yeah, and uh yeah, Calamity Jane, February is great. So it's right after President's Day because my birthday is the 18th of February. So I always try and go around then. And but because of President's Day and Valentine's Day, it always kind of ends up being a little bit difficult to do stuff. But oh, Sarah, thank you so much. Cruises are so much fun. And this, in Candace, yes, this will be my first Virgin voyages. And I am concerned a little bit that I may struggle with the dining where you have to do reservations in advance and you have to eat at the certain restaurants. I may end up in that buffet area a lot, or the like food hall type thing, because I'm just not really good with dining times. Hey Cookie, nice to see you. I keep seeing you on a whole bunch of other lives with I think Candy K and Kim J. Uh who else? Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey, Hargerine, and Calamity Jane. So I've been seeing you all over the place. Uh, yeah, losing it, Grace. Got to get rid of your kids first. Yeah, well, maybe one day you'll be able to find a babysitter that will keep them from the whole week and be able to do that. I'm excited. This will be my first adults only cruise. Um, so I am excited. And then Grace, in case you didn't see that, JC Calamity Jane sent you an email. And let's see. Oh, yep, you responded, so you got her there. So let's see. So we are 11 minutes in. We got about 15 people. Sorry, I'm really trying not to put my finger in front of the camera, but again, I lost my mouse in my house somewhere. And I don't have the little mouse that I can click on everything without putting my finger right in the darn way. Um, so we'll get right to the part of the weigh-in that I like to do at the beginning of the live stream, so that way newcomers or people just coming for the weigh-in can see that and then move on if they don't want to sit and listen to us chat. So after the weigh-in, I'm going to talk about my sleep doctor appointment. I don't think I talked about it. I think I did it the day before the live stream on Thanksgiving on that Thursday, but I don't think I talked about it. So we'll just have a chat about that. And then anything else that anybody else wants to talk about. Okay, so let me pull up my weigh in. So we'll do stats. So basically, hi, I'm Amy. This is Amy Loses It, and I'm on a journey to lose 180 pounds. Um, I started my journey on January 1st. Hold on, let me hide the comments for a second. So I started my journey on January 1st, 2025. I'm 5 foot tall. I'm 51 years old, single with cats that are bouncing around. I have Hashimoto's disease and severe sleep apnea, and currently I'm taking 7.5 milligrams of terzepatide. I can't ever say that right. And it's a mix between name brand Zepbound and compounded. I did buy compounded medication, about 3 months of those, uh, but I couldn't do that on its own. It didn't provide the mental health benefits that the name brand did. Um, so I'm trying to do like every other week, but I can say for sure that this week I took a compounded shot and my ADHD is out of control. Like I can't focus on anything. So this coming Saturday I will take name branded Zepbound and see if I can start telling the difference week over week. But my goal weight honestly is 124 pounds at the lowest. I'm probably thinking I'm going to end up about 130. I mean, 124 is the highest weight in my bracket to not be in the overweight category. So, we'll just see what it looks like when I get there. But I did film on Monday an interview with the Downsize, so Christopher and Lorraine Durham, and it's got some really great pictures of me growing up, so you'll get to see what I look like as a kid and a teenager, and so that'll be really great. I don't know when it's coming out yet. Totally forgot to ask them, so I should email them and ask them. So let's look at my calories intake for the week that I got back after the cruise. So I got back the last day of the cruise, the last night of the cruise, this was the 23rd, and I traveled on Monday the 24th, and then Thanksgiving I took a holiday day for my calories on Thanksgiving Day. So I averaged out about 1,431 calories, which I don't think is very accurate, but that's okay. It still worked out. So my weigh in for the week, I went from 261 from the weigh in the day in before cruising down to 1129. I went down to 259 pounds. So yay, I lost 2 pounds. So I'm officially at 45 pounds lost. And I know, Grace, you and I are neck and neck. So I think you were like 43.4 last time I saw your video. And Yeah, I hit 45 pounds down. And that was with being sick. I think maybe being sick helped me lose weight because I was eating normally, but I'm just was not keeping anything in. So thank you all for the congratulations. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really surprised that even with just eating what I wanted, how I wanted, I lost weight. And I'm just proud. Well, hey, Anissa, nice to see you. Did you make it in for the numbers there that after my cruise I lost 2 pounds? So, yeah, so that's it, after the cruise and Thanksgiving, I lost 2 pounds. So that's pretty darn fantastic. So, yeah, let me turn the chat back on for you. There we go. Um, Let's see. Let me see if I had anything else. Oh. Hold on. I turned the chat back on prematurely because I do have something else to share. Yes, thank you, Anissa. Yvette, what is going on with the 45 number? I am 245 pounds down. Oh, yeah, congratulations, Yvette. That is amazing. 45, I don't know. It's a nice number. I think it's weird because I'm like, oh, well, I'm almost to 50. And I don't know why I don't think that that's actually a big deal that I'm almost to 50. I think because I have uh such a laser focus on dealing with my weight loss between now and May 8th because I just put out a video about my cruise in May and how I have this ridiculous goal and I doubt it's going to work out, but I'm going to try and do everything that I can to make that happen. But uh yeah, JC Calamity Jane, 45 is an awesome number, but you're like at 48, so you've already passed us. I need to stop making this bounce. One of these days, maybe I'll buy another stand. Yeah, it that's like losing my toddler's weight. Yeah, if you really think about it, it really is. Like, I don't know that I could actually put 50 pounds on my body and carry that around. So, yeah. So, Sarah, I'm scared because I don't want to jinx it, but today I hit 38 pounds down. And 50 more to go. 411. Okay, so you got me beat. I'm 5 foot tall, so you're an inch shorter. But at least you only have 50 or more pounds to go. So when I hit 50 pounds down, I will have 130 left to go. So, but you know what? 50 pounds is 50 pounds. I'm glad to have it off my body. And so Vet says that she has a goal of 50 pounds down by Christmas travel. So, yeah, that's only 5 pounds. That's doable if you really, really stick to it. You know. Uh, Calamity Jane, it's not a race. No, it's not a race. And I got some flack on my video because people are like, "Oh, you're doing gonna do this too fast and you're gonna do this and do that and cause harm to yourself." Well, no, absolutely not. My health is first and foremost the most important. I'm just gonna have to keep adjusting things, but I think I'm really gonna try and like aim for this ridiculous stretch goal because I think I just can't settle for only 23 pounds by May 9th. And that's because I've got 23 weeks to get there. So, I just want to get as close to 199 pounds total weight, or not lost, but my body weight. Uh, I I'm under no illusion that I'm not sure that I'll get there, but that's okay. I'll do the best that I can. Oh, well, thank you, JC Calamity Jane. I'm gonna try. I've done so yesterday I did about 10 minutes of dancing, and today I've only done about 5 because I just had such a busy day I didn't get up. But when we're done here, I'm gonna get up and arrange my dinner, and then I'm gonna get up and start moving around. And then uh I think Saturday I'm gonna try and film a Zumba because I usually put out videos like Monday and Thursday on this channel. So I think maybe Saturday would be a good day to just do, uh, turn the music on. I've got some free music that I made with like Amy Loses It in the chorus, which I think is really cute. And it's got cat cheering sections and stuff. Um, so I think that'll really be cute. I did a samba, I think a merengue and a cumbia style song. So it should be a lot of fun. And Anissa says you're going to get the best out of yourself. Yep, that's really all I'm trying to do is get the best out of me. And I just need to no more excuses, and I need to make time in my day for myself. So if I have to work longer because I'm taking more breaks during the day, that's fine. I think that's what I need to start doing is start scheduling in 10 to 15-minute breaks every couple of hours during my workday and get my exercise in. So when I'm done working, then I'm just done working. Yep, Sarah, that is what I'm trying to aim for the moon and land among the stars. That's a really cute saying. Okay, so Lucid at Gray's, what's for dinner? Well, it's not Chick-fil-A, lucky lady. Uh, I watched your video at lunch. Oh, you know what it is? It's actually Arby's because I ordered Arby's for lunch, and I ordered 2 sandwiches and a small container of mac and cheese. So I ate 1 sandwich for lunch and half the mac and cheese, and then I'll have the other sandwich and the other half of mac and cheese, and then I just got to wrangle up. I think I've got some uh, tomatoes and cucumbers that really need to be eaten. So while it's not the best use of meal in a day, I think the total calories for both sandwiches comes out to about 800 calories. So that's not too terrible. I'm probably going to land about 16 to 1700 calories for the day. And I'm okay with that because I really underate yesterday because I just wasn't really hungry at all. Yes, JC Calamity Jane, we are taking the Zumba seriously. You got us all excited for the moving. I watched both of your lives. I didn't think I was going to make the first one, but I made it. So yeah, so definitely we're taking this seriously. And who did I see? Felicia Marie B and Kim J. Today already put out a video where they did a collaboration. And then Cookie says that I want to do the Zumba with B and Kim J earlier, but my granddaughters had other idea. I had to do Danny Go with them. Pretty good movement with that though. You know what? I need to watch back their live. Maybe I can just do Zumba to their live. That'll be a lot of fun. Um, and Jen, have you thought about doing well, you're not quite to membership level on YouTube, but I was thinking that maybe you could do Zumba classes if you did like a YouTube membership and do, put the classes behind a paywall. That would be kind of fun. Sarah says, yeah, I've been getting my Zumba on with 2 left legs. Oh, yeah. Don't expect anything spectacular out of me. Like I have rhythm and I look like I know how to dance, at least like I move to the beat, but I can't follow dance steps to save my life. Oh, you will get there, Jen. Like it just takes time. Oh, so another big thing. Okay, so there's one other thing that I was supposed to show you on the media assets. Hold on, because I almost forgot. Let me show you my weight photo. And then there's another thing that I want to talk about. So, oh, gotta take the comments off. There we go. Okay, so look at that. So I finally, so I hit my other 20 pound. I said I was going to update my photo at 260, but I was 259 when I weighed in. And I did make an effort to make sure that my photo was the same size of me. Like I kind of like expanded it to make sure my glasses and like the photo behind me all kind of line up. But yeah, you can really see a difference. Um, you can see, look how much the sports bra underneath is showing in the third photo, how much further the sleeve goes down on the arm. And honestly, like the waistline is down to my butt crack in the back. So it is a huge difference, especially in my face. Like you can see the difference where I'm losing the fat around the bottom of my jawline and my double chin that my father gave me uh, when I was created. Um, but yeah, I think it's a huge difference. It's kind of hard to tell that I have lost a good bit of weight, but I think the 280 to 260, like if you really stop and stare, you can tell that I've lost so much volume. Well, and from the 300, like, um, so that is what, 40 pounds difference from the 300. So yeah, I was really, really pleased when I this photo is actually from this morning. Like I actually got up and got my butt up um, to take that. Yeah. So for me, I know for you guys it's so easy to see the difference, but for me, looking at myself, it's hard to tell. But um, yeah, the stomach, because that's the first place I lose weight. It's the last place I put on weight, and it's the first place I lose weight. So that kind of has really shrunk down. And this afternoon, when I was changing out of that dress, like I was looking in my full length mirror, and I could really see a difference. And I'm starting to get like a lot of dips and divots in my fat on my stomach. And I'm like, woohoo! I know a lot of people would not be happy with their skin looking all funky, but you know what? I'm thrilled because that means that the fat is coming out from underneath it. Like my skin will either shrink down or it won't. And at this point in my life, I do not care. I just want the weight off of my body. So I think it'll be fine. But I'm enjoying watching like all the divots in my skin as the fat is just coming off. Oh, well, thank you so much, Grace. It says 40 pounds looks different on everyone. Your photo shows confidence, posture, and glow, all the things the number on the scale never will. Yeah, I really think that I just feel so much better. And I realized when I was on the cruise recently how much more I could get around and do things with no problem. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate it. And Yvette says, yep, a difference in the pics looks good. And okay, so oh my gosh, brain. The other thing that I was so excited about today. So I started this channel July 18th. So it honestly has only been 3.5 months. But let me tell you, like, I do work it. Like, I took a course with Grounded Life Retirement Travel called YouTube After 40. The link for that is in the description if you're interested. And I did hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of research. I've watched so many videos and talked to so many people and networked my butt off. But I got to the point where I got the first step of monetization where you can do like super chats and super thanks and memberships and everything. So I was filling out all my paperwork today and all the different tabs and submitting your bank account and your tax ID number and setting all this stuff up. So I was like so incredibly proud that this is something that 100% I did. It was all my effort. Like nobody carried me. No one, oops, sorry, trying to turn the comments back on. Um, Yeah, so I just thought it was so exciting, especially I know there's a lot of content creators on today, like Anissa for sure. I know you're really looking forward to it. Losing it Grace, I think you were actually monetized already. Uh, but I know JC Calamity Jane, your new channel, but you're getting there. Um, so definitely I'm just really excited that I'm getting so close. Um, it's really exciting. I know Candace, like you're monetized already, so you've kind of already been down this journey. But for me, like I was married for 26 years and I initiated uh, the divorce uh, from my ex-husband. But it wasn't like I was in a marriage where he carried me. I carried us. So it's just nice to do something on my own that is mine and someone else can't take credit for, uh, or destroy or sabotage. That was my biggest problem was all my stuff was always destroyed or sabotaged, or I was laughed at, or I was never praised because the person was always jealous about what I was doing. So I'm just so excited. Um, and I don't know. I told one friend, but the rest of my friends just don't get it, right? They're not in living in this world of YouTube, so they don't quite understand. Yeah, JC Calamity Jane, make sure you check out Candace's channel. She does some really good cruise videos and she does a lot of mental health talks. She does a lot of budgeting videos. So I really love keeping up with Candace. And I actually got to meet her between me and Candace and Kim after 50. We ended up on the same Wonder of the Seas cruise. So we all got to meet each other, and it was pretty darn fabulous. And Candace is such a lovely individual. Absolutely uh, wonderful, wonderful person. So I'm just rooting for her, and she's got some great content on her channel. So yeah, so if you love budgeting, definitely check out Bearing It All with Candace, a great channel. And let's see. So Sarah. Sarah says, "Do you have a lymphatic shake plate? It took some time to get used to, but definitely helping things along. I keep seeing everybody uh, buying them, and I've been seeing Joe on hers. And no, I don't have one. And I don't know if I struggle with lymphatic drainage. I'm sure we probably all do to a point. Um, But actually, I've kind of had to stop taking my diuretic for a little bit, uh, because I was really dehydrated from being sick, that I just couldn't take it, and honestly, I haven't been swelling at all now that I've lost a decent a bit of weight. But, maybe it's something to think about and look into. Um so you said you were convinced it was a hoax, but you caved and you tried it and you like it. So yeah, so I'd love to hear if anybody else has one of those vibration plates and hear what they think about it. I mean, I've heard good things. I know they do use them for animals as well. I watch Clever Cowgirl, and she has a ranch with horses, and she bought one of those vibration plates for her horses. Oh yeah, Joe's is killing it with views. I saw that. She got what, 50,000 on one and 40,000 on another video with her vibration plate with Miss Mary sitting on it on the thumbnail. I thought that was pretty darn fantastic. I just call it that because I got embarrassed calling a vibration plate one day. That's funny. Yeah, so I guess the lymphatic drainage machine might work. Yeah, Joe is doing darn good with those videos. So, yeah, you never know with YouTube what's gonna take off. Like, in the community that I'm in, there's someone who started a new channel. She had an existing channel with 13,000 subscribers, but she wasn't getting any views, like 1 or 200 a video. And then she switched topics and started a new channel. And then she had a video get like 400,000 views, and it wasn't anything spectacular. It was just talking about retirement. So I don't know. It's amazing what people will watch or what YouTube gets a hold of and puts out there in the ether. Oh, Sarah. So Lucid hit Grace. So Sarah, on other lives, I've gotten plenty flagged because you said vibration. That's funny. It's so amazing, um, what happens. So funny story. One time, someone kept sending an email to my company, or I kept sending an email or something, but the person kept swearing they were sending the email. And because I was in housing, the person was sending the email with the word condominium. So it kept getting flagged for obscene language, and we couldn't figure out what was going on until our IT guy looked into it and dug deep in like the blacklisted emails to find it, and it kept getting blacklisted because of condominium. And it's like, what the heck? We're in housing. People should be saying that in their emails all of the time. Now hold on. I'm getting blinder as I'm getting older, and I can't even read my iPad. I need to change glasses again for like the 100th time. Okay, so we'll have to just start calling it a V plate. Yeah, I haven't watched Betty White in a couple of weeks. I'll definitely have to check her out and check in on hers. Calamity Jane, you need those chickens to hit 100,000 views. Um, that's something that Jen, like, if you ever want to have a call, have a chat and a conversation, and I can share with you like all the things that I've learned in my courses, and the tips and tricks that I've learned about YouTube, just hit me up. You've got my email address. Since we did that video together, I'd be happy to share the knowledge. And, as my friend Linnell from Poverty to Paradise is always saying, make sure we lift as we rise, right? Like, the more that you learn, the more successful you are. Make sure you share that with other people along the way and help lift them up as you're going. So, yeah, just reach out to me. Yeah, so you definitely want to work smarter, not harder. And, the chickens are great. And it's very possible that those could take off, but it could be just settings on your videos. It could be keywords. It could be hashtags. It could be descriptions. Who really knows with YouTube? But like, what I found is, if I find a title that works, I try and stick to something similar to it on the next couple of videos. So I don't know if you probably have all noticed on my recorded videos lately, that I have used almost the same title to start with, like Zepbound Mounjaro weight loss. And then I just put in then what the video is about, because the first time I did that, my video got 8,500 views. And I was like, what the heck? Like, it was like, um, in I think 24 hours, I got 8,500 views, and I was just so shocked. So now it seems like every video that I've put that starting title on is getting a minimum of 1,500 views, which is great because I was getting like 3 to 400 views before that. So yeah, that's just really great. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. So don't forget, if you're enjoying this video, make sure uh, if you're on a mobile device, you can tap the screen and it will like the video. Some devices you might be on, you may have to X out of the live chat and then hit the thumbs up button, and then you can go right back to the live chat. You don't lose your place. It'll just come right back on. Uh, so yeah, so that would be great to let people know that you like the video. And then if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that way my videos will then come up in your recommended feed. And if you want to be notified every time I go live or release a new video, make sure that the bell button for notifications, that all notifications are turned on. I've had that happen with a couple of channels that I really like to watch their lives, and I'll get a notification 2 hours later in my recommended feed that they went live, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I look and realize I don't have all notifications on. Yeah, and then if you are interested in cruising, I do have a channel, If You Seek Amy K, and it's all one word, where I put cruise content. I'm a little behind. The last thing I put up was my casino playing on Freedom of the Seas, which was sad. So sad. I had to call them because my points weren't showing up. And it ended up between the two cruises for $300. I got 113 points, which was ridiculous. It ended up being something like 256 a point. Yeah, I was not pleased about that because when I was on Icon of the Seas, I ended up getting $1 a point. Actually, just a smidge under because I got 410 points for $400 of cash that I put in the machine. I don't know what was up with the Freedom of the Seas casino that it was just not playing or paying out any money. Um, yeah, it was just crazy town. Well, let's see. So what else is going on? So I'm definitely trying. So I've gotten 2 days of exercise so far. I got 5 more days to go no, not 5 more days. I have 3 more days in the week to go of getting exercise in. Water wise, I probably have been getting, I would say 64 ounces in. I'm not quite up to 90. I'm really got to work my way up because I am not a thirsty person. And it's actually hard to get that much liquid in me. So I still need to work on that. I have been getting better sleep. I don't know if it's because I'm not as congested. I'm actually a little less congested than before I went on the cruise. So I have slept about 7 hours straight, which is amazing for me. Oh, and sleep doctor. That was the other thing I'm supposed to talk about. Maybe I should do myself a list next time. So, um, yes, so sleep doctor. Yes, Candace, thank you for for saying something. I thought I wrote a list down, but I probably lost my list with the mouse, is probably where I lost it. So I went to the sleep doctor the day before Thanksgiving. Basically, my goal was just to have him check my readings, and my a machine is about 8 years old, and I wanted to see like, oh well, do I need to replace it? Is there any concern? Does it need a cleaning? Of parts that like I can't take apart. So he said that everything actually looked really good. I was having like less than an episode a night, which was really, really great because before I was having like 140 something episodes an hour, which I know that seems like, how could that possibly be? Or maybe it was 147 in 8 hours, but it was really bad. Like my sleep apnea, um, sorry, Candace, I'm just touching things I shouldn't touch. But my sleep apnea I've had it since I was a child. Um, and it just obviously the heavier I got, the worse that it got. So by the time I got in my 30s and had really started putting on weight through perimenopause, um, and started getting up into the 200s, then it just really, really got bad where it was causing heart palpitations and high blood pressure and like all of the things that you get from sleep apnea. Um, but he said everything looks great, but he said that since I haven't gotten a new machine in an eternity, and I had been continuously using it, that they had the data, that he didn't feel that I needed a new sleep study, and he would send me a new machine. So he put the order out to my insurance company to see if they'll cover a new machine. And which I think they should. I shouldn't have any problem. And he also got it in my last plan year. So my plan changed December 1st. And so if he gets it in November 30th, which he did, because I've already received notice that it's being processed, then hopefully I shouldn't have to pay a penny for it. And he's like, I really shouldn't be with only one machine. So, especially somebody as severe as me who really needs it, like could be in danger with not using it, that I should have a backup. So if I don't like the new machine he sends me, then I'll just keep using my old one until it breaks. But yeah, so that's really great that I have a new machine on the way. Um, so Candace says, yeah, that's good news. It is good news. Um, so Sarah, you said you've been adding electrolytes and other flavors to your water. I actually don't have a problem drinking water because I'm so used to drinking water because I'm allergic to corn syrup. So it's been years and years since I've had soda or juice that I can't read the ingredients on the bottle. So I did have some Gatorade because I was struggling with the stomach flu, the stomach bug on the cruise. So I did have some Gatorade, but again, it has corn in it. It's got dextrose, which is made from corn. And so I had a little bit of swelling from that, not too bad. But after a couple days of drinking it, I did have to stop because the corn ingredient was bothering me. Um, Okay, so let's talk about it would be great if insurance would take that and cover your Zepbound. So I did talk to the doctor about getting Zepbound for sleep apnea, and apparently, like his office is not doing that. They're not prescribing it. They have not figured out how to deal with it. Um, and so I actually had a chat with the doctor and was educating him on why Zepbound is so important, like all the positive things, um, and that they really should take the time to look into getting that covered for patients and start prescribing it. Because he said that they had someone come and give a presentation on what's the other one? Wegovy, Ozempic, the semaglutide, but I'm thinking, but that's not approved for sleep apnea. So what are they doing, like trying to sell you on that? But my sleep doctor's also in a cardiologist office, uh, and actually is in the office from my former cardiologist that I used to go to, but I've moved a little ways away from there, so I don't go very often. I have a new cardiologist much closer to home. Um, so he was telling me that they really don't have a lot of good literature and that they're not really good getting good information or training from anyone. And so I gave him some resources from YouTube. Dr. Kevin Johnson, I think it is. I believe that's his name. He has lost 150 pounds on Zepbound. I gave him downsized YouTube, and I told him to really look into it because Zepbound is pretty darn amazing. Uh, and yeah, it's life changing for sure and life saving. And Calamity Jane, he his hesitation was he didn't have the information. He said they were so wishy-washy with the information they were giving about the Wegovy and, Ozempic. Maybe I need to become an advocate and go teach doctor's office, like, all about the medication, because that's ridiculous that they don't know about this medication that really would save the lives of people who have sleep apnea. I know that it really affected my brother's life, the brother who has passed away. Um, he never got it treated, and it was just one of the many things that then led to the kind of decline of his health that then led him susceptible to dying from COVID. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm probably going to get dinged for saying the C word. But, anyways, he died from a respiratory virus. And if he had been in better health, uh, and he wouldn't have had those issues. Well, if there's many things that he should not have been doing, like smoking. So, yeah, that's the problem, Calamity Jane, that the folks get kickbacks from the companies. So I actually do go through a endocrinologist to get my Zepbound directly from Lilly Direct. Oh yeah, Grace. Yeah, they used to all the time zing you for saying the C word. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. You couldn't allude to it, or the V word about getting the thing in your arm with the liquid. Yeah, big time. You used to always get that. Um, but that's my trouble that I have too with metformin, is that there's so many doctors that just get paid so much money to prescribe this antiquated medication that is, I think it's an awful medication based on my experience with people who have taken it. Um, so it's a drug that I have sworn all my life that I will never take, but my endocrinologist kept trying to push it on me. And I'm like, no, like I don't have glucose issues. Maybe I'm insulin sensitive, but like my highest glucose was testing at 120, and that was 2 hours after eating like a really high sugar meal. So like what? Yeah, metformin losing its grace. Look it up. It is a drug that's routinely used for people who are type 2 diabetic. I don't know if it is used in type 1 diabetics at all. I'm not sure, but a lot of doctors try and push it on people, especially if they think they're insulin resistant. They get paid a lot of money to prescribe this medication, and but it has really terrible side effects, and I don't ever want to take it. Um, and they deny that some of the side effects, they're not real, but I'm here to tell you I've had two people have a particular side effect. I don't really want to say it on camera, but yeah, and both of them have stopped taking the medication because of it. Um, yeah. Yeah, you never know, Anissa. I think with the videos that are not monetized, like none of my videos are monetized yet, so it's probably something that's never going to get caught. But then when my channel gets monetized, and then I go back and add monetization to all of my other videos, it might get flagged as not eligible for monetization, um, or it just may not get good advertisers. So, like, the rate of how much you get paid based on the ads that run on your video changes depending on the type of advertisers, and they may change based on your content. So, if you talk about something controversial in your video and it gets flagged, they may not want to advertise on it. See, Gray says a bunch of people on GLP-1 are stacking it to allegedly lose more. So are you talking about like stacking Ozempic and Mounjaro, or like mixing semaglutide and tirzepatide, or I don't know how to say tirzepatide. I know it's not tri, but it's or something like that. But yeah, so are you talking about stacking it in that way where they're trying to do both of them? Um, I don't know that that would necessarily work. I do know, like, the GLPs are different between semaglutide and tirzepatide, that it's not exactly the same. Um, so yeah, so I don't, I don't know that that would be a good idea. Um, let's see. So Anissa says you took metformin extended release with minimum side effects. Yeah, I mean, some people can tolerate it. Um, but I know that my stepmother cannot. She and my friend could not. They both developed blood clots. And my stepmother could never get away from diarrhea when she was on metformin. Now, I just got her on she was on Ozempic. Oh, and I really shouldn't say this on camera. I don't think she'll ever see this video, but she just told me this weekend that she stopped taking it because it had antifreeze ingredients in it. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking? Like, oh, fear mongering. And that's a big thing, right? Like, a lot of people don't take these life saving medications because there's fear mongering out there, misinformation, um, and just like people giving false information. Like, you really need to do research, like legitimate research, and not listen to people on Facebook. Because honestly to God, like Facebook has the most awful information a lot of times. Um, oops, hold on. So Sarah says I've taken Met off and on over the years, and I never really lost weight, nor did it give me the runs. Yeah, a lot of people said, yeah, it didn't really help them lose weight, and but a lot of people said that it really has given them the runs. Um, and your insulin resistance turned into type 2 diabetes, which, that's unfortunate. And I'm sorry to hear that. I think a lot of that is probably genetic. I know for myself, I've been very lucky that I haven't strayed into that territory, but because of, again, of my food allergies, I've always had a pretty darn good diet, and I'm not really a sugar person. Like, I do like sweets on occasion, uh, but I don't tend to eat like a high sugar diet. I don't have coffee, so I don't have coffee with sugar. I don't drink tea, so I don't have like sweet tea with sugar in it. Where my ex-husband, who was always thin, he would drink like 64 ounces of sweet tea in a day, have 12 tablespoons or teaspoons of sugar in his coffee, like just tons of junk food. And he ended up getting type 2 diabetes, and I did not. I was way overweight, and I have not developed it. And he got it, even though he was a normal weight. So, um, oh, so Anissa, so you're saying the difference is the drug that is the instant release one is horrible, and that's probably what my stepmother is on. Um, okay, so adding with the GLP-1s, they're getting the highest dose and then stalling. Yeah, and that's the challenge, right? Like, um, people are getting to the highest dose and then stalling out, but they're also, I think, last I heard, semaglutide was being pushed through to be able to double the highest dose through the FDA. Like right now, there was a video on it on downsized, on the downsized. They had a video about it where they were putting through that's Noro Novo Nordisk, yeah, Novo Nordisk, the manufacturer of semaglutide, which is Ozempic and Wegovy, is putting through now to the FDA to get like emergency approval to go up to, yep, to 7.2 milligrams. So, I mean, because if you think about it, these peptides, uh, these proteins that they're putting in the drugs are naturally occurring in their body, and really the only thing they're changing is how fast they degrade. So instead of them lasting 5 minutes after you eat, they've modified it to last 5 to 10 days, right? So, so it's not like we're taking anything that is really harming us in any way. But yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder if so it's 3 times the, current highest dose, that's crazy. Um, yeah, I wonder I wonder what the long-term effect on that is like, so how So I think at this point, I think the scientists are going to have to figure out, like, why are people stalling out, and is it just their diet, their physiology, or is there something more that's needed to get past that set point that their body's hitting and maybe not wanting to lose weight? Because that was a big thing about the GLP-1s, was it was helping you get past the set point that your brain was saying that your body needed to be at and didn't want to release fat or burn calories because it needed you to be at that specific weight. So that'll be interesting for them to figure that out. Yeah, Sarah says, I'm not trying to add anything else to what I've already got going on between my meds and supplements. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can get into adding a bunch of stuff. I know my doctor just added vitamin D and B12. I've got potassium, and I take metoprolol, which is a beta blocker for my heart. And what else do I take? Just birth control or hormone replacer. And on occasion, I take a diuretic. And other than trizepatide, that's all I take. But to me, that seems like so many things, especially since they just added in two of the vitamins that they said that I'm low in and really need to take those. But I'm wondering though, Grace, if the solution to all of this is going to be retatrutide coming out, right? If people are stalling because fat's not burning, when retatrutide adds the third uh, agonist to it, so it's going to add a third component, and which jump starts the burning of fat. Maybe that will kick off the people who are stalled and get them burning fat again. Yeah, Sarah. So Sarah says, I think there really is something to the whole set point thing. I was going slow and steady, and then I hit my old set point and was stuck for 5 weeks, even though I was doing all the right things. Yep, agreed. And I have been so blessed. I cannot tell you how blessed I have been that I have not hit a stall. Now, I have I gone up and down and up and down, and maybe 1 week didn't lose weight, but my scale is moving every single week. Okay, so maybe I'll go up 1 week, and then the next week I'll lose back down to what I was, and then the next week I'll lose a pound, and then maybe the next week I won't lose anything. But every single week it's different. So I'm not like seeing week after week after week of a stall. Like poor Alonda 180, like 70 something weeks. Who else? Nikki, the GLP-1 girl code is also stuck. There might be a few other people that I know that I watch that are kind of stuck. We can't all be Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey, who's lost like 90 pounds in 30 weeks or something insanity. Or my friend Jill, who is not on tonight because she's busy. Uh, she just hit, what did she just hit? 70 pounds. So I think her average is like 2.6 pounds a week. And just crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah. And so Sarah says, as a diabetic, I'm excited about Retta because it's supposed to help diabetes who are more likely to be turtle responders. Yeah, from the studies that I've read, so I haven't been like reading conjecture. I've actually been looking at like real sources or listening to doctors talk about the studies and where it is in the trials, and it's saying that it is superior to uh, semaglutide and tirzepatide in its glucose control and fat burning and weight loss. So I think that's going to be amazing because I know that like JC Calamity Jane has been doing fabulous on tirzepatide, and I think she said she's saved like she's down to like 50% of the insulin that she used to take, and I can't imagine what it might be on retatrutide. Uh, At this point, Anissa, yes, as far as I know, it's still going to be an injection because that is the best way to get these type of medications metabolized, right? Like going through the stomach destroys them, so you have to take like 100 or 1,000 times the amount of medication to get it in a digestible form. And they didn't have any luck with like under the tongue either, like absorption uh, into the blood vessels through the skin that way. So as of right now, yes, it's still an injection, but I know that they are working on uh, trying to find a way to make these drugs like once a month or once a year. Like they're working on the degradation of the peptides in your body over time. So, so if you guys haven't checked out the Downsides channel lately, they had a lot of good stuff from the obesity conference where they talked to lots of doctors and lots of scientists. So if you geek out about stuff like that, like me and JC Calamity Jane do, there's so much great information. Um, yeah, good. Anissa says good because I can't swallow pills. Um, yeah, to me, like I'm fine with the shot. Like I don't care. I'd rather take a shot once a week than take a pill every day, honestly. I think it just it's harder for some people. You think the having to keep it cool, the transportation of the medication, I think, can be an obstacle for people, and also some people's hygiene may not allow for the shots. But I don't know. I like the injections. So Sarah says, "Yeah, Alonda's story breaks my heart." I have noticed such great change in her body shape, which has been pretty darn fantastic. So, like, I can see her weight loss on her body reshaping, but it's just her scale. I swear, I feel like her scale is cursed. So JC Calamity Jane says, I slowed my down. I'm type 1, but have less insulin resistance on Zepbound, and I was trending 2.7 a week. And after the last 2 weeks, I'm at 2.4. So that's really great. Really great. And she says that is correct. Reddit is a glucagon. It is not sure how it will do with type 1s, but it should be interesting. I think it's got a lot of potential. And I'm kind of jealous that people are brave enough to use the black market drug. I am not brave enough to use, or excuse me, the gray market powder. I am definitely not brave enough to do that. But I'm truly excited because I think I'll be like probably 2/3 of the way through my weight loss journey by the time that comes out. Um, I think Christopher Durham said they're looking like maybe late 2027, but I have a feeling they're probably gonna push that up. I really hope it comes out early 2027 because I have a cruise in mid 2027 that I want to be at my goal weight for. So oh yeah, and this that's a really interesting point. If you think about like if you had a bad reaction to the drug and it was only once a year, interesting. Or maybe like what if it started wearing off? Would you have to take more? Hmm. Oh yeah, and JC Calamity Jean says if insulin was a pill, I wouldn't be compliant or alive. Yeah, I need this stuff to be in an injection. Yeah, I think the injection's easy. It doesn't bother me. Every once in a while, I'll go to do it and I'll touch the needle to my skin and it'll hurt. And I'm like, oh, not doing the shot there. And I'll move it over like a quarter of an inch and then do the injection and it doesn't hurt. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, Reddy, nice to see you." Oh, look at those pretty cats. Ha, in your avatar there. Um, Yeah, so it be more likely to forget a pill. Absolutely. And I think like if you're thinking about like, oh, well, you have to take a pill once a day, well, then how long is the medication lasting? Are you getting 24 hours of coverage? Or are you getting like half the day? Like what are you getting? And they're also saying like you're not getting the full benefits of the medication that's in pill form because of the degradation. in the stomach. So I don't know if it's necessarily something I even want to try. Unless it's like $10, right? And maybe I'll give it a try for a month or two if it's like $10 a month. I'd be curious to see how it would work to alleviate. Well, Zepbound is now $449 a month for my dosage. So yeah, so Sarah says GLP-1s are a renewable resource in our bodies, so some degradation should be expected. So the reduced degradation makes me nervous. Yeah, so it really like that's really the challenge they're coming up against is finding a form that people think is easier to store, easier to manufacture, that doesn't degrade, you know, in the way that we need to get it into our body. And then JC Calamity Jane says, I'll just be curious about the stability for type 1s with glucagon for type 1, because that increases blood sugar. Oh, I didn't know that. And for type 1s, we don't produce insulin. So insulin reduces blood sugar, right? Like, I'm on the right thinking? So if it increases blood sugar and you're not producing insulin, then would you be needing to use more insulin because you're using the glucagon agent? But if you're type 1, well, I would think maybe for you that um, maybe you wouldn't need retatrutide since you're doing so well with the tirzepatide, and you'll probably reach your weight goal. Would it be worth doing the retatrutide if there's a concern that that would actually increase your blood sugar? Oh, interesting. So alpha cells are glucagon and beta cells are insulin. So, okay, that is good to know. And interesting. I was just thinking because I'm on a beta blocker, but I don't think that has anything to do with the beta cells of insulin. I don't even know what a beta blocker does. So I take a medication called metoprolol. A lot of people use it for blood pressure. I use it to block heart palpitations, uh, which it works really great. Uh, and it's just I don't know, a genetic thing that I have where I get a lot of heart palpitations. They're absolutely harmless, they're just really irritating, and they just don't make you feel really good, so, like, if I stop taking the medication for a couple of days, then it'll be, like, kind of off and on all day, just randomly, I'll get heart palpitations. I get a lot of what's called PVCs, uh, premature ventricular contractions, where one side of my heart beats at slightly different rate than the other, and so it just sends the blood in my veins like into this weird loop, like it's doesn't flow normally. So then when you have that, then you're not getting the right amount of oxygen sometimes. Uh, and it just, I don't know, it's just annoying. But the beta blocker works really well for that. Okay, so you said so specifically the pancreas is alpha and beta cells. Okay, where mine works on the heart's beta cells. So that is what I know. But I am going to let you guys go because it's already been an hour and 13 minutes, and I have been just sitting here running my mouth. I know there's still 22 of you on here, which is amazing. I think that is probably the highest number that I've had on my live stream. And let's see. So JC Calamity Jane says, I believe most organs have separate alpha beta cells for type 1 at some point. Our pancreas beta cells get attacked, and we become type 1s. That's interesting. Isn't that fascinating? And then she says, "We'll keep listening." That's really fabulous because I know that sometimes my friends are like, "Can you just shut up? Like we're tired of hearing you." But that's the thing, like, I live alone and I work remotely, so when I see them, I usually hang out with my friends once a month. So Pamela, who you met on the last live stream and was my cabin mate, and then my friend Jill, and, a couple about 5 or 6 other people, we all hang out, one weekend a month. And so I never get to see anybody to just chat, but I guess these live streams are helping me get my chatting out. So yeah, so JC Calamity Jane, I do need to get up and heat up my Arby's because I have leftover Arby's for dinner, which is great. So that's my treat for the week. I think it's the first time I've eaten out in, I think I ordered out maybe one time since I got back from vacation. You know what? No, I didn't. I thought I was going to order out and I never did. So, yeah, it's just my treat for the week. So, thank you, Candace. Have a good night. And I really appreciate everybody watching. And as far as I know, I don't have any plans of not doing a live, so I'll go live again next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And I have a bunch of really great ideas for videos. So I can't wait to get those filmed and hopefully have one up on Monday or Tuesday. And I really hope I can get a Zumba video out to you on Saturday. So go D Zumba. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And I'll see you again soon.
Four cats, one scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zep bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?